Welcome to another 10-minute tip brought to you by the Olson Group. Today's 10-minute tip is entitled, The Lost Social Security Check. Can it be replaced? What a title. What a concept. Have you asked your client that question? Do they even know that they can lose their Social Security check? Let's get down to basics. Let's take a look at this. The Social Security retirement check is one of the three legs on the retirement income stool. We've talked about that a lot, especially in our personal pension plan presentation, which, by the way, this concept works perfectly with the brochures, the template, the fact finder, etc. So the three-legged stool, we have the qualified plans, the 401ks, the pensions if your client's lucky enough to have one, and then we have personal savings, which is so important. But then another leg, another defined benefit, is Social Security. With the demise of pensions, recent stock market collapses, and lack of individual savings, the Social Security check is very important in people's retirement income, retirement planning, retirement maintenance programs. And if you're married, both checks are so very important. And because they're defined benefit checks, you're getting a check for each spouse. Everyone becomes used to those dollars, and it seems like there's a place for all of those dollars with every Social Security recipient. I'm sure you would agree. There's not a lot of money for most people to throw in savings. And you know what? Maybe the crux of this message today is this slide. Both checks will still be important when one spouse passes away. They don't want to lose that check. Now, I think you know this, but in case you don't, I don't need to see a show of hands. Are all of you aware that there's going to be a lost Social Security check? Because you see, when one spouse dies, the smallest check goes away. So my question to you, and that you have to ask your client, is there a way to have the lost Social Security check amount continue after the first death for the life of the survivor? Well, the answer is a resounding yes. How? By utilizing a rarely used solution. Now you're going to want to write this one down. The reversionary annuity. Have you ever heard about a reversionary annuity? Well, don't feel like the Lone Ranger. Many haven't. The reversionary annuity is truly a life insurance product, but it's designed differently. It looks like, smells like, walks like, a little bit like an annuity. And if you're doing a lot of annuity business, this is going to be right up your alley. If you're in the income planning business, this is right up your alley. And if you're a life guy or girl, this is also right up your alley. Let's take a look at how this works. First, let's look at the situation. We have a married couple, both ages 65, and the husband, I'm going to say he has the larger Social Security check. He's getting $1,800 a month. The wife's Social Security check is $1,000. Here's the reality. After the death of one, the smaller check, $1,000, is lost, gone forever. Now, some people say, well, we don't need that $1,000. Well, of course you do, because gas is going up. Pharmaceutical drugs are going up. Food's going up. And you know, the rent is not going to be knocked down in half. They're still paying the same rent, the same mortgage payment, the same property taxes. They probably only have one car, the same car insurance. Everything's relatively the same. And we haven't had our increase in Social Security benefits for 3 years because the consumer price index did not increase. This money is going to be necessary. So we've lost $1,000. Let's get back to the question. Can we replace it? Can we solve it? Yes. And the solution is the reversionary annuity. Here's what we do. Each spouse is going to purchase a reversionary annuity. They're going to add the cost of living rider and, very important, the return of premium rider. Here's what happens. At the death of the first spouse, $1,000 per month is paid to the surviving spouse. Now, just so you don't get confused on this. I'm using the number $1,000 per month, that being the check amount. Some people have checks for $500. Some people have checks, the surviving spouse, of $1,500. So we can replace any amount. I'm just using this $1,000. So this isn't a one-size-fits-all. It's tailored to the exact amount. If it's $945.25, that's what we're going to protect. That's what your client prospects are going to like. So we're going to have, let's say we have the husband and wife, we have $1,000 on each of them, $1,000 per month. The one spouse dies, the $1,000 check kicks in. The surviving spouse says, hey, I've got this product. What do I do with it? I don't want it any longer. I don't need it. I don't want to pay the premiums. We're going to give them their money back. The unused policy, all those premiums that were paid are paid to the surviving spouse over a 10-year period of time. So they really even have an increase. On top of that, we're going to add a cost of living rider, where the amount, that $1,000, will start to grow by 3% per year from the time of purchase. So you start out with $1,000 a month. At the end of 1 year, if that spouse were to die, it'd be $1,030, and it continues to grow. Or you can say, I don't want this to increase until I need to use it. And then it will start increasing by 5%. You know, how much does something like this cost? For the arrangement that I just gave you, two 65-year-olds, $1,000 benefit, a cost of living rider between 3 and 5%, and the return of unused premium, we're going to be somewhere around the $350 mark. Why do I say that? I'm using the best class. There is underwriting involved in this, but don't fret. Parameds. Sometimes we need a blood draw. Sometimes we need some other things. But you know, it's not a big deal because this is the product your client needs. We've been talking about the lost Social Security check for a long time. Now you might be saying, where do we find the premium to put this into motion? Take a look at this. It's simple. We're going to go for safe money. We're going to go for their lazy money. We're going to go for the mattress money. That money that's just hanging around, that's going to be passed down, where they are probably saving, saying, hey, when one of us goes, we're going to need the extra money. What about going to the annuities they have? CDs. Take a 10% withdrawal out of existing annuities. This makes it very easy because you might be asking me, where do you go to find these people? The first spot, your clients. The first prospect for this, they're your clients. They know you. They trust you. Would they not part with $4,000 a year, $3,000 a year to get this type of an arrangement so they have the peace of mind and tranquility of knowing that when one of them passes, that Social Security check will continue? When the government walks out, you walk in. When everyone else comes in with bills, you come in with the dollar. You give them peace of mind that that $1,000 per month or whatever the amount would be will be there forever. What about you? What's in it for you? Unbelievable commissions and great, great renewals. Remember those? And this product is underwritten by an old company rated excellent by AM Best. How do you get started? You give us a call at the Olson Group. We have the point of sale pieces. We have the brochure. We have the software. We have the game plan. The entire staff, including our head of life sales and advanced markets, Gary Ryan, JD, LLM, CLU, CHFC, we're all standing by, waiting for your call. I hope this tip helped you out today. Thank you for your business. Thank you for your time. And until next time, good selling.